Well, how do you feel, mate?
Buggered.
Buggered, yeah. We went a long way yesterday without sleep, and we did get sleep last night, and no makeup artist could fix the bags under my eyes for sure.
No, I doubt that very much.
What are you smiling about? You shouldn't be smiling. Look, yeah, it's good to have had a good sleep last night, but we got pins and needles in our hands and numb fingers. It was funny in the way I said to Mick this morning, have you got numb fingers? And he goes, yep. And the right hand as well is sore to close, but being choppy and a wave every 10 seconds.
It's very messy out there in the Gulf and very salty. The boats are all just covered, they're crystallised with salt at the moment. It just dried very quickly on the boat and in your eyes. So we're just throwing bottles of fresh water over all the way last night just to try and keep the salt out of our eyes. So,
it was the night before last, but that's good.
That's true.
Yeah. And about every 10 seconds we got another wash of spray over our face. And Mick's got a swollen ankle this morning. Yeah, it's quite good actually. We're going to have to find something for that today or just leave it.
I see it's gone down a little bit overnight. So.
Okay, anyway, we've got today off and recovery day, and we'll be back into it again tomorrow for sure. In the many years that I've been on boats and on the water, coming across the Gulf was one of probably the top 3 or 4 physically and mentally demanding things that I've done actually so far. So
yeah, it's right up there with me too. But I mean, we are a bit older too. But it's definitely right up there.
Yeah. No, it was definitely a good challenge to have got through, and we're pretty lucky there was only, probably 20 knots of wind. I would hate to see that place if it was blowing 35 knots.
It reminds me a bit of Bank Strait, but goes on forever. Yeah,
the swell is really close, and you come down the front of waves that there's no back to. So, and then you get up through the boat.
What about the fish hitting us in the head all night?
Yeah, it's true. We actually did have fish hitting shoulders and heads, and you'd be waiting and hope that the small ones that were hitting us this big weren't being followed by a 40-kilo tuna, because if one of those hit us on the head it would remove us. I actually tied Zorro to the chair, and if our boat went over he'd be dead, but I thought there was more of a risk when I hit a bump that he'd fall overboard. So I actually strapped him to the chair as well. But anyway,
don't ever tie me in a boat.
I think that's the first time I've ever I think it'll be the first time Zorro's ever been tied to a chair.
Do you think?
Well, we'll have to ask Sarah that one. Since we've been going around Australia, people have been very generous lending us their cars. It was only 2 days ago that we were in a $100,000 Land Cruiser. Today we've got this beauty. It's a ripper. It's not what you expect 3 guys to sprawl themselves over, but we are. But one thing's for sure, they've nearly got it right as the 3 amigos. When we say that we have a day off, it isn't really. That's a day that we do a lot of catching up, obviously washing and a bit of our beauty, but more importantly we refuel the boats, do maintenance and catch up with work things for sure. So we have had what we call a day off, and now you know what that means. It's 15 at Darwin. Where are you, mate?
It's right down the bottom corner.
Marina, hold the side, love.
Just pull it down here.
Okay, great.
Pull it tight.
60, 90, 120. That is fantastic. Good. Honestly, that fuel will actually get what we've got aboard. Will get that. Will get us there. So that is so good. And that's low. So then
Are we insured for this?
That's good.
Smooth there, everybody's just not too windy, you could have another day off.
Your cover letter that please.
This is great here because I've heard so much about the Gove Yacht Club over the years, even when I was younger, so it's nice to be here.
Okay, just before we spin it, let's give these guys a big round of applause, mate, because it's mighty Joe.
But here we go. Good luck, everyone. Only one's going to win.
Now, whoever wins it's got to ride it home.
Yeah, that'll be right. Okay, well, this is part of the farewelling, guys. There's a bit of a cheer going on. And all the sample around here, the generosity of this little town is huge. Or big town, is that right? This is Tom. Yeah. Tom just won the bike, and he was, I think it's because he didn't want to have to ride it home that he's put in for another full raffle. So we're going to double the money on that one towards the project to end polio now, which is fantastic. Lots of food on. Again, the chef tonight was Tom, but fantastic people in a lovely place. Okay, thank you.